What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Kvegas Dodgers, the World Killer batch, the PE. Before we get into them, I want to remind you that this video and all the other content on my channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you're new to the channel, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. I really appreciate it. It's so helpful, helps us go further, faster, and get you more reviews. You can also then be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at kvegaskickz. Guys, I really appreciate all the support, and we are going to dive right into these Kvegas. So I have reviewed this shoe a couple times now, the S2 batch, the GX, and now we've got this World Killer batch, but it's also the PE or whatever you want to call it with the white heel counter. So much better in my opinion, really makes this shoe pop. Guys, let me show you where I picked these up from. There is his information, of course, his Instagram page. Be sure to follow him there, and his WhatsApp. Mention Kvegas. I know he'll get you taken care of, and we're going to jump right into these Kvegas. So you do have that solid rubber outsole in this nice royal blue. You got the real carbon fiber, your Shizuku with the raised traction pattern. All that looks good. Guys, these felt really good on court. I have already had them on court. They squeak very well, really bit on the court. So there's that, you know, no problem at all with traction, really nice, and they felt very bouncy right out of the box as well. I was very impressed with these. You got your Nike Zoom here on the heel area, the Kobe code, and then of course Phenomenon at your toe box. Checking in this shoe out to the medial side, looks nice and clean. I'm not really seeing much glue residue. I will say too, the World Killer batch is one of the more durable batches in my experience. Typically when I see people talking about sole separation, it's normally not the World Killer. In fact, I think I can count on one hand the number of times over the years I've seen somebody post about the World Killer. Just in my experience, maybe it's out there, but yeah, they seem to be very durable. So that's always a bonus when we talk about Kvegas. Now, as far as the fit and the comfort of the shoe, if you're not familiar with the World Killer batch, it's a snug one-to-one fit. I do not have any extra room, not that you really want extra room per se, but I do not have that in a men's 13, and that's what this is. Very one-to-one fit with your foot. Now, as far as the cushioning, again, if you're not familiar with the World Killer batch, you get a better cushioning setup than the retail, in my opinion. So if you had a retail version of this shoe, aside from the fact that you wouldn't get the white heel counter, you would just get a Zoom turbo unit in the forefoot, nothing in the heel but the cush line, okay? The World Killer batch, you're gonna get a Zoom turbo in the forefoot and a Zoom bag in the heel. I've actually got a broken down piece right here. This is off of a World Killer reverse Grinch, and this is exactly what you're gonna get. So you get that Zoom turbo unit up in the forefoot and a nice pressurized Zoom unit in the heel. So if it's Zoom front and back, as you can see, it's top loaded. So that's what I mean when I felt like these were very bouncy right out of the box. Felt great. It didn't feel like they're going to take much break-in time at all, and I'm going to be wearing these a lot. The day that I already had these at the gym, turned heads like crazy. Everybody asking me where I got them, because it just looks better in my opinion than the retail. I like the retail, but this white heel counter, I think it really makes the shoe pop, especially when you throw in the white laces, but that's, you know, to each his own. Now the upper of the shoe, of course, you have your typical micro mesh upper like you get with the Kvegas with that polyurethane scale overlay. The upper is very soft and pliable, not stiff at all. Really impressed with that. Really good height on your scale lining as well, almost non-existent right here. That's really low, so that's nice. Typical shape on the Kvegas for the World Killer batch. It looks like that. I already put the white laces in. Obviously, it came with the blue out of the box, but I feel like the white really pops again, especially with that white heel counter. Of course, that's over top of your torch tongue system. You got that kind of synthetic leather up at the top, but again, it's soft, just like the other batches that I have reviewed thus far. And then you got the white Shizuku surrounded by your red stitching. Looks good. And then, of course, you can see royal blue hits on your sock liner, insole, and the all that, you know, looks as it ought to. I did remove the insole from the shoe. We'll take a look at that. Another thing that I was impressed about with this batch, I wasn't really expecting it from the World Killer, but this swoosh does have some overspray effect on it. I think you can see that, and that's correct. These lines, and when I say overspray, some people, you may not know what I'm referring to. The line around this swoosh should not be a super distinct line, like really sharp line. It should have almost like a messy look to it, which this does. You can kind of see that, like paint overspray. So that is correct. They got that right. Of course, you have the red number 8 back here pressed into this nice soft leather. Padding around your ankle and everything felt as it ought to, very comfortable on foot. And the back of the shoe, of course, you have that nice white heel counter with the red signature. Shape is what you would expect for a World Killer. It gets a little bit wider through here and then tapers up. Signature looks very good. Again, these looked and felt so good on foot. Really, really happy to have these in hand, because I mean, I like the regular Dodgers, but no question I prefer the white heel counter. Looks way better. Medial side looks good. Again, you got that overspray effect on your swoosh. Let's take a look at the left one, and then we're going to get into our packaging. Looks really good, really nice. Max did a good job on these. Check them out from the rear. I think everything lines up pretty well. Padding, could use a little improvement right there. No, nothing too bad at all. Won't be noticeable on foot. And again, this is all creased up because I've already had them on foot. It wouldn't have been like that out of the box. I don't think that's how they came. But I do that kind of stuff again so I can tell you guys how they fit and feel. I don't want to, you know, tell you something fits right when it doesn't, or doesn't feel good on foot. You know, I want to tell you guys this kind of stuff. So I always take these to the gym before I shoot any videos. Shizuku looks good. Again, you can see the overspray effect. Also, I want to mention I felt really locked down in this pair. Not similar to the GX, felt better locked down than the S2 for sure. I had reviewed the S2, and yeah, this is definitely an improvement as far as the lockdown feel. And that was with only laced up to here. I typically don't lace a kvegaskickz all the way up. And yeah, it felt really good on foot. Did not feel any, when I was doing the on foot, shooting around, whatever, I did not feel any slippage. Trying to make some hard cuts, etc. They locked onto my foot with no issues at all. Very, very impressed with this pair. Let's take a look at our Strobel and see if we can see the outlines there of those zoom units. Yeah, you can clearly see that right there, that one in the heel. And I think you can kind of tell where the one up in the forefoot starts. It's always a little bit harder to tell because getting lighting up in there. But yeah, that's all good. And then there is your size tag. Not that that's super important because this pair, I mean, in this fashion didn't actually release. But you know, I always try to show you guys everything that I can. Inside these just had some regular tissue paper, and then like I said, you do get the correct mold to your foot insole, correct size range, that nice royal blue with the red Shizuku. Max also threw in this little Kobe keychain. It was a nice little bonus. You know, I don't know that I'll use that, but it's cool. And then of course it had the Max hang tag. Just dropped it on the shoe as well in the box, being a World Killer. So that's all good. Shoes look really nice. I'm telling you, this makes such a big difference. Let's set them over to the side and take a look at our packaging. You do get the updated Protro box, so the black with the scale pattern, the glossy finish with that nice gold foil Kobe signature. That look is going to continue all the way around the box, your branding and whatnot in that gold foil. And then around here, another one, your window and your box label is Kvegaskickz Protro Game Royal and white men's 13. Inside you got the black in the lid. You are going to get the new tissue paper, the black scales with the gold foil Shizuku, white tissue paper underneath that, actually like some cardboard. I don't know if that's, I don't really know, just some cardboard white on both sides, but at any rate, box very well protected in shipping. Max did a good job on that, so I appreciate that. And the shoes, beautiful. Again, in my opinion, better than the retail release, both in looks and performance, because I mean, you get zoom bags front and back, which is nice. And I actually could feel them. I've had zoom front and back in some shoes and you really can't feel it. I don't know if it just wasn't pressurized or what, but you can feel these right out of the box. So anyway guys, that's my unboxing review of this World Killer batch of the Kvegaskickz Dodgers. I hope you enjoyed the review, that it was helpful for you. Let me know what you think about this pair in the comments. Be sure to follow me on my other socials. Be on the lookout guys, we got a lot more reviews coming your way.